Hi everyone, welcome today to our session on AI, and I'm going to share my screen and then I'm going to introduce Liam and Mark. Give me 1 second, I'll just get the screen up here. Okay, right, I need to go back a couple, but I think we can see the slides. Okay, are we all good?
Yeah.
Yes, brilliant, thank you. Okay, so as I said, welcome to the session this evening, or obviously depending on where in the globe you are, whether it's this evening for you. This is all about Discover AI. So I'm Lynn Constantine. I'm Customer Success Manager here at Supermums, and I'm always here to help and support and guide you. So if you have any questions at some point during this session, we will add the link to my Calendly diary. Please book in some time with me or email with your questions if you have any. So over to you, Liam, for your introduction, please.
Thanks, Lynn. Hello everybody. I'd like to see so many people in the chat today. My name's Liam. I'm the in-house training instructor here at Supermums. Deliver all the admin courses, a little bit of CRM analytics as well, and I'm also lucky enough to deliver our AI content as well. I can't take credit for actually putting the content together. I've been very lucky that Mark has shared his insight and done that for us. With that, Mark, can we have your introduction as well, please?
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Mark Good. For those of you who haven't met me before, aren't connected to me yet on LinkedIn, which by the way, you should do, head over to LinkedIn and connect with me. I'm happy to message anytime. I am the founder and CEO of AI Force Training, an early launch into the AI game even before Salesforce got started. We started cultivating training material and just figuring out how to best use AI for the Salesforce ecosystem. So I have been ahead of the curve and have grown up with Salesforce way before AI, but now that AI has come along, two fields of expertise of mine merged together, Salesforce and AI. So I founded AI Force Training. We bring the cutting edge AI tools and resources to the Salesforce community, including news and more. So I just keep up with all the rapid advancements so you don't have to. I know there's a ton of noise out there, and my purpose is to be here to help you cut through all of that and dig straight down to the value add information that you need as a Salesforce professional to empower yourself as an individual, empower your organizations with AI, and empower your user base within Salesforce with the tools that they need as well. So that's a little bit about me. Super excited to be a partner with Supermums. Love this relationship. Liam is got to be the best instructor out there from in the AI space to deliver this course to you. And of course, I love chiming in as well and joining in along with the material. So love what we do, and I think you will too.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. And we are delighted to have you here, and we thank you very much for spending time. And absolutely, if you're not connected with Mark already, make sure you do. So a little bit about the course breakdown, and I think probably that might be one for you to do, Liam, perhaps?
So once again, I kind of facilitate these sessions. I have been on this learning journey that Mark has fantastically put together and just seen how much we can actually harness the power of the AI. So we're going to talk about the course as we go throughout the session. Firstly, you can obviously see it is broken down into 10 weeks. And I think that possibly the scariest thing about AI is the sheer potential of it, particularly when we're relating it to Salesforce. That's what I found when I first started. And how to get the most out of it as well. Now, the nice thing that we do on the course to break down together, we have our weekly drop-in sessions. There is assigned work that you can do, which we'll talk about in way more detail later on. Look at the range of stuff that we can do in these lessons that we have. I'm not a techie person, despite delivering these Salesforce courses, and that's because these tools are very declarative, very easy to use. And the way Mark has actually structured this course, if you're not a techie person, is perfect for that kind of situation. So I feel bad talking about this slide because Mark, you put this all together. Mark, do you want to give us your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I'll jump in. Yeah, no, actually this training course or this training program, this course, these materials expertly presented by Liam. Each week, what we do is we go through all of the material. I'll do just a quick walkthrough of the different things that are in each week and why they're so important. But I want to say too that in addition to this course outline, I'm going to share my screen in just a little bit here. We also walk through all the material that you need to prepare for your AI associate certification. So if you don't have that yet, that's going to be something that's super valuable to you. You exit this course with 2 certifications. One is the GPT specialist certification. That's from AI Force Training. And the second one is the AI associate certification. That one is from Salesforce. And if you've been keeping up with any of the news at all in the AI space from Salesforce, you'll know that there's actually just been launched a second AI certification, the AI specialist from Salesforce. And that is an even deeper dive into some of the tools that Salesforce has, including Einstein Copilot, Prompt Builder, and so on, which I'll talk a little bit more about later. But I just want to give you a little bit of context about what all's going on here, what all the moving pieces are. So what you're looking at in front of you is the course outline for AI Force. So let's just walk through it. And then in a moment, we'll talk about the AI Associate Certification track as well, which you'll be doing throughout this journey. So yeah, Leah mentioned introductions on week 1. Week 2, we're just giving you some really solid background about what is this AI that we're using. There's tons of different types of AI. We talk about the human versus AI communication and the styles of communication and how we work together with AI, and how communication is really important when it comes to working with AI, because actually how you communicate determines the results that you get from it. So it's a very dynamic and fluid situation. So knowing how that works is really fundamental and important. Included within that is advanced autocomplete and answer. Again, it's just about communication. How does the AI actually work? How does it tick? And these are fundamental pieces that you need to know and learn as we move forward and gain more and more AI skills. And I want to talk a little bit later about why these AI skills are so fundamental and so important. We've come up with the SMART methodology at AI Force. You'll learn about that within the course and how that's going to help you as you move forward. And then again, just working hand in hand with AI. So week 2 is all about just humans plus AI. How do we do this together? And that's how you're going to get the most benefit out of AI. Week 3, we start on the first business case. So the way this course is structured is week 3 through, I think, week 8. All of that material is surrounded by practice business use cases. So what I did is I took these concepts of artificial intelligence and drilled them into actual business Salesforce use cases. So what you'll have the opportunity to do here is learn while you're in the org. You're going to spin up an org for this, and you're going to walk through these examples, example after example, just giving you that muscle memory so that you can feel confident in your use within AI use cases. So first, in week 3, we're talking about validation rules within Salesforce. We have a couple different lessons there and go to different levels of depth. Week 4, we do formula fields within Salesforce. Week 5, we move into SOQL and triggers. So we dabble a little bit on the coding side. And I do that for a reason. Even if you're non-coders, non-technical, it's really important because AI is leveling us up, leveling up admins as well in the area of capability that developers might have been limited to before. Like items that were limited to developers are now open to and available to admins, and there's tons of different things that you can do. So we dive into SOQL, we talk about why that's important and what you can use it for. We go into triggers, why that's important and what you can use it for. There's a ton of flexibility there. And then we move on to week 8, again, still within actual Salesforce business use cases. We talk about other GPT capabilities. We're talking about AI limitations. Then we move into something that's really, really important for the fundamentals of the rest of the course, which is prompt engineering. So this is how we're constructing prompts for AI, all the details and nuances about constructing those prompts when we're doing prompt engineering. We move on into prompt types and best practice with prompts. And then we go into actual applied prompt engineering again within the Salesforce platform and how it's going to apply for Salesforce. Now, those terms might spark your interest, prompt engineering, because there's the prompt builder now in Salesforce. And so as you get through week 6 in the training, you're going to start to see how the knowledge that you gain around prompting best practice feeds into what is going to be the future that everyone has to know. Everyone's going to have to know this, how to construct prompts inside Prompt Builder in Salesforce. So that one's really important. In week 7, we move into something that we've developed called Flow GPT. So we've boiled down all of this AI noise and functionality and capability, and you can do tons of things with it, right? And we've boiled it down into a segment inside of a flow. And so if you have flow skills, this is perfect for you. If you don't have flow skills yet within Salesforce, this is the perfect way to get started with flows. You can take AI and put it inside of a flow and then do really cool things inside your org. And so that's what we teach in lesson 7. We give you the access to Flow GPT and its capabilities inside of lesson 7. And we talk about things like security considerations, how to get the AI inside the flow, what it does, how it works, how to check it. And then in week 8, we move into an introduction into advanced Flow GPT. So how to use that tool in a more advanced way. And we provide some more details and information on how to do that. So after week 8, we move into week 9. We're starting to round out the course here. Of course, there's been tons of Q&A along the way, and everyone shared their journeys. This is how it always goes. There's a lot of struggle, but a lot of celebration, and everyone's on a different path as you learn. And so we're all just helping each other level up as we go. Week 9, we turn and start looking towards resources for that GPT specialist exam. So that's the exam that you're going to complete to earn your GPT specialist cert from AI Force training. So you do a little bit of study there, a little bit of reflection, take a look at the materials that I provided along the way as summary outlines, and then you take that exam, and then boom, you've got your cert. And then week 10, we're taking a look at the AI Associate cert. So in just a moment, I'm going to talk through the AI Associate material. On week 10, you're looking at reviewing that material, preparing for the cert test from Salesforce. So again, this is the Salesforce side of things, and study guide, practice test questions, and so on. And you're going to go on and take your AI Associate cert. And then, of course, you're going to post back to the rest of the team when you get it, so we can all celebrate you and level up. So I think that covers it from a course outline perspective from the AI Force training side. I guess unless Liam, you have anything else you want to add, we can move to the next slide.
The other thing I would add is that I have the pleasure of seeing people on the course weekly and seeing them go from week 1 all the way through to week 10 and seeing them grow, learn, and actually see the potential of this stuff. Something you mentioned, Mark, you have a lot of awesome use cases. I don't learn just by reading something and understanding it. I like to apply it to a real life scenario. Also, I like to get hands-on inside the environment where I can actually use this stuff. And ultimately, I like to try and break things and test its potential and capabilities. And that is what we do on the course. So if you like that sort of thing to learn, you're going to be very happy these 10 weeks.
Thank you both. Okay, so what are the goals of these sessions, please?
Yeah, so we have a drop-in once a week. It's a very casual environment because, of course, people are working, people are doing other courses at Supermums. And some people learn at their own pace, others like to keep up to date with the week that we're on. It's very flexible. You get the content, you get the recordings, that sort of thing. And in the sessions, it's really nice to hear how other people have found these sessions. Some people might have taken away information from one lesson that others may not have even realised. And it's good to share that insight. So, like I said, I'm very privileged to facilitate these sessions on a Monday. We do quizzes. We have interactive sessions as well, just to bring this stuff to life. And it's just really nice to see this journey. So once again, it's all down to Mark's fantastic content. All the credit over there. I'm just lucky enough to facilitate these sessions. But once a week, we get together and see all the stuff. And we do some demos as well, either by myself or by people in the course who like to show some of the work that they've done in previous weeks, which is really awesome to see and putting these things into practice. But yeah, really love these sessions we have weekly.
Great, thank you.
I just got to say that, Liam's talking about the content of the course being so great. And while I do agree with that, I do think that what Supermums is doing with the training cohorts led by Liam, I think that's really where a lot of the value is being a part of that group, being a part of a paced group that's going through the same content, being able to share what the challenges were, ask questions, and have group feedback. I can show up. I answer questions. I'm in the chat as well. Talking about what went well, what didn't go well. And then one thing that I think is super beneficial that you just don't get anywhere else is the group camaraderie around the current events, because there's a lot going on in AI, and you're going to be surprised. It's a 10-week journey. You're going to be surprised by how many developments pop up just over the 10 weeks that you're going through the training course for AI Force training. It's really remarkable, and everything is really important. So I'll talk about that, I guess, in just a minute, about the course material and how things feed together for our future state of Salesforce professionals.
Yeah, and obviously from me, in terms of community, I know there's a lot of faces I recognize here, so they'll know all about the community. But if you don't know, it really is something. Everyone supports each other, everyone celebrates each other's successes. So it is a really great community to be part of, for sure. So do you want to talk us through the certs, please?
Yeah, sure. So starting with the AI Associate, this is from Salesforce. This certification is really about laying the groundwork and the fundamentals of AI, understanding AI responsibility, the rollout of AI, what's happening with AI behind the scenes, really understanding AI as it relates to the Salesforce platform and what's important from a Salesforce perspective in the AI landscape. So AI Associate, I think, is a must-have for anybody interested in AI. You don't have to be a full-on AI, that doesn't have to be your primary focus. Just going through the AI Associate material is fundamental to, it's fundamental to being on the Salesforce platform today, because what you're going to continue to see is more and more rollout of AI features and functionality from Salesforce. That's literally the sole focus right now from the Salesforce perspective. And so it's going to be ultimately fundamental to having a fundamental knowledge of AI within the Salesforce space, and the AI Associate Cert is the way to go about doing that. I'll flip over to the right side, the GPT Specialist certification. That is the AI Force training. That is what we just went through, all that course material. That is really like actionable AI. Okay, what can I do today? What are the tools for that? How do I think about AI, and how do I coordinate with AI to get the best value? And the way we focus in on it is, you're a Salesforce professional, you do Salesforce things. Okay, well, how do you use the current AI capabilities for Salesforce? And we drill down. We have our own AI Force GPT engine that you use as a tool. You have Chat GPT that you use as a tool. And so we go at great lengths to give you exercises to explore that and just learn and come out of that with your AI Force GPT Specialist certification. That is the stamp of approval that shows that you know actionable AI. You can actually use AI in the org today. And even talking about Flow GPT. So actually turning on and engaging AI inside your org to do specific things that you want it to do. So that's what we do on the GPT specialist, the certified GPT specialist side. Now in the middle, you've got this is the Salesforce brand new AI specialist certification. This is focused in on building off of what Salesforce first teaches you in the AI associate certification side on the left side. And what they're doing is they're drilling in much deeper into the Einstein 1 platform, which is your Einstein Copilot. They're teaching you what the Copilot is, how it works, how to engage it in your org, how to turn it on, how to manipulate the different elements of the platform for Einstein Copilot, which includes Prompt Builder and several other features that Salesforce has rolled out over the past, 12 months now on the Einstein 1 platform. So if you want to dive even deeper, and I do, because that's my job, and I want to teach you that. So I suggest you do. If you want to dive even deeper within the Salesforce space on the AI Specialist Cert, I highly recommend you do it. It will build on top of the AI Associate. So obviously, start with AI Associate first. And if you're doing AI Associate and you're doing GPT Specialist certified through AI Force training, do those at the same time. And then your AI Specialist certification will come later. I will, during the demo in just a moment, show you that we are also adding on material to our AI Force training program, as we often do. And one of the things that we're doing is, now that Salesforce has officially rolled out this AI Specialist program, the AI Specialist certification, we're going through all of the training materials that Salesforce provides for that. And we're just really aligning them with what we're already putting together on the Prompt Builder, Einstein Copilot, all of the materials that we put together for that. We may or may not have that launched, and I probably shouldn't say this. Liam's probably going to freak out on me. We may or may not have the AI specialist material in the course and ready to launch by the time we get started on the next Supermums cohort. If we do, that's going to be awesome for you. And Liam's going to be like, I got to read through all this and learn it real quick. But Liam, just so you know, I will be happy to be on every call for the AI specialist material if we do get to that before we get started. So don't shake in your boots too much over there. And
I will happily take that invitation, by the way, Mark. I've heard it. So that's 10 weeks of me and Mark on the same call. Fantastic.
although I should say, I mean, how many times certified are you now, Liam?
8 this time.
8 times. So you're not new to the game, obviously. Like, you are the person to do training. So it's not really that big of a deal.
And
but,
I know which one number 9 is going to be as well, based on this slide. It's looking at me right in the middle of the page. So I'm going to get to work on this one.
Awesome. Yep. So hopefully that's a good comprehensive overview of the 3 certifications related to AI right now in the Salesforce space. And excited to get you going on these.
Just a quick question. So for the AI specialist, is there any prerequisites? Is there anything, you couldn't just come in and do that, could you?
Yeah, the one from Salesforce right in the middle, the AI specialist, you can't just show up and do it. You do want to be, you want to have some fundamental knowledge, which you would get from the AI associate. If you've got a bunch of fundamental knowledge already, you probably could jump into the AI specialist. But you have to be knowledgeable in Salesforce. You have to be knowledgeable in the platform. So I would say, I would probably say admin at the least. You want to at least be a Salesforce admin to do your AI specialist certification. You could probably do it before then if you pick up new things really quickly, but it's probably going to be a little bit harder for you to apply what you're learning to actual business cases if you're learning the AI specialist and you're not at least a Salesforce admin yet. So that'd be highly recommended for me. But those are just my off the cuff answers. You could probably just run over to Salesforce if you're watching this and read through the pre-qualifications for that and get a little bit more detail so that you can know if it's something you should do. Great.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to take this one? Because there's a lovely picture of you and Heather.
Yeah, it was really great. I met with Heather last year at Dreamforce and, talking about AI and collaborations and, where everything is going with AI. And we just thought it was really important to bring AI to the Supermums group. Well, at least Heather did. And so I think it's important to bring AI to everybody. But she thought it was really important to bring it to the group because she also saw the future. And, this is before the Einstein platform has been rolled out by Salesforce. This is, we're really still, I've been saying this for a while, we're still here. We're still just on the cutting edge of where this technology is going to take us. And as Salesforce professionals, we have to morph and change with the new technology that gets rolled out. Like I said earlier, Salesforce's sole focus is on AI. Something I'll share with you is not too long ago, they launched a demo where they demonstrated what it would be like for sales to be able to automate inbound leads using AI. So a lot of times you go to a site, there's a welcome form for Salesforce, right? Like you're going to a company's site that uses Salesforce, there's a welcome form, it's a lead form, and a customer fills it out, and then they wait for a real person behind the scenes to respond, or they'll drop into some automated email funnel for sale inside the Salesforce marketing platform. So what Salesforce is doing is implementing AI within that process such that you can automate a customer's experience as a brand new lead to the company. No longer will it be a static blanket email that everybody gets. Now it's a customized, automated, where even the customer can respond via email, and AI will take the response and also respond back to the customer based on what they commented on or asked, and just nurture that customer. And so, Salesforce is really thinking about how AI plays a role in the entire sales process, and they're starting right up front, and we're seeing them really dig deep and roll out these features. And at the end of the day, out of all that work that Salesforce does, and they create these amazing features on the platform, all of the legwork to implement these features inside of all of the businesses around the world comes down to us, the Salesforce professionals. So we have to first start today with the fundamentals of AI, add on the specialist licenses, so we know how to, certifications, so we know how to use Copilot and Prompt Builder and those tools, and then we have to even be ready for the next things, because by the time we get our AI associate certification, which for those of you who did, I think it's probably just about 1 year now until Salesforce came out with the AI specialist certification. And it may just sound like a certification, but underneath the hood are really critical features that we have to be able to use as a Salesforce professional. We have to be able to turn these on. We have to know when to turn them on, how to turn them on, why to turn them on, what they do, and how to fix them when they break or if they're not working quite right. And there's a lot of moving parts there, even more so than just simply learning the Salesforce platform itself, which is a little bit more static, right? You have a toggle button here, you have a setting over here, and there's a lot of chaos going on. But with AI, there's just a lot more to it. And so we have to start now. Heather knows that. So we're doing this as a collaboration together. We have to get everybody sort of tooled up for the new workforce with AI. And so that's my little rant. I hope that was appropriate for this slide.
Absolutely. And I think how lucky are we, you know, whoever signs up for this course is going to get to experience Mark and Liam together. I mean, what a great team. Okay, so the benefits from doing the AI course. Do you want to take that, Liam?
Yeah, I think we've kind of talked about this. So just to wrap up, fantastic 10-week structure. I think the benefits for me are things like the hands-on experience and learning from others as well, and actually seeing what the tool is capable of. How to get the most out of it is always going to be a hot topic, and I think the amount of time it can save you as well. So many people in the course, particularly the hot topics when it comes to things like formulas, validationals, flows, we absolutely open the door on those to see how we can get the most out of the tool. It can save us so much time along the way. I use this tool all the time now when I'm practicing building flows for courses, that sort of thing. And ultimately, I see people a lot when they're coming in as administrators and making them aware these tools can be so helpful. So really hope that people in this course will be excited to come and join our course. Mark's going to be there every single week alongside to help us deliver this content. Mark, do you want to talk about the access they get to the content?
Yeah, and actually, I'll just go ahead and screen share. So as I talk through the access you're getting, you'll also have an opportunity to see exactly what it is that you're going to be looking at. But it also says I cannot screen share while you're sharing. So if you don't mind dropping that, and I'll pick right up. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, so I didn't quite read the slide, but it's 12 months of access. So when you first sign up for AI Force training, what you all will do, you'll sign up, you'll get access immediately to the AI Force training course, but you're going to hold. You might want to look through it a little bit, but you're going to hold until the actual launch date or the start date of the cohort. So you're going to get access to the AI Force training platform. This is what it looks like. I'm about to walk you through some of these module pieces and get you a little bit of an introduction to it. You're going to get access to this, and that's 12 months. And I'll say this as a caveat. We haven't actually turned off anyone's access who's been in the program for longer than 12 months yet, by the way. So I can't promise anything, but we aren't removing access. But we say 12 months of access. That includes what's in there today, plus all of the new material that we add along the way, which is just going to keep growing as Salesforce rolls out new amazing features. We're going to continue to build on that. 12 months access for that. And then on top of that, we have the AI Force engine, which will be a part of the training as well. I might just scroll in and take a look at one really quick for you. So you can see a video. The AI Force GPT engine, we train on that alongside of training on Chat GPT. So maybe I'll just jump in. Why not? So that looks something like this here. So this is AI Force's proprietary GPT engine, like Chat GPT, but for Salesforce professionals. So you'll get introduced to this. You have access to this as well. Again, it's there's a limited, I think it's 90 days that we say you have access to that, but I haven't turned it off for anybody yet who's joined the program. So I hope everybody appreciates that. I'm sure they do. No one's complained yet, so that's awesome. But let me run through the two accesses: the AI Force GPT engine plus the AI Force training program. We start out with course orientation. We jump into effective communication for module 2. All of your modules and lessons are structured on the left-hand side. Of course, I've completed them all. As you see here, we track your completion as you go through. And then we break down the lessons week by week. And we do that here. So you can see as you go through the course material, what you'll be covering each week as you go. Of course, we cover that each week too. Before we drop, we talk about what we're going to be doing over the next week. And then on the left-hand side, you'll see that we have the GPT specialist track. That's the AI Force GPT specialist track. That's all the material you're getting inside of this course material. And then on the right-hand side, we have that Salesforce AI associate track, where you're following along with all the material that you'll be covering to then at the end of the course, 10 weeks, to go and do your AI associate certification test as well. So that's laid out in module 1 here. But you'll see we've got videos throughout each module, all of the text that goes along with it. We start with the examples in module 3, where we start going through actual business examples. We introduce this idea of a company called SaaS United, and inside of SaaS United, we define some business requirements, and then we solve for those business requirements using AI. And for each solution, for each requirement that we have that we're trying to solve for, I walk through both AI Force training, how to solve it on the AI Force engine. And then for anyone who prefers to use Chat GPT, I walk through how to do it on Chat GPT. And again, we're talking about going through exercises, learning how to get the best solutions and responses from each. And we're doing this for Salesforce, but I comment throughout the course and training material how this knowledge is fundamental to Salesforce and beyond. So using tools like ChatGPT, using AI tools in general, is going to be fundamental to how we operate within Salesforce and within the rest of our life in general. AI is being infused to all kinds of tools that we use, and it's just really important to learn these tools to stay competitive within the Salesforce space as a professional in the space, and then just to stay competitive in general as a human in life. So we walk through each of these modules. Module 4 is the formulas, 5 is building SOQL, then use cases there, 6 for triggers, other GPT capabilities, limitations, which is really important to know the limitations of these tools as you're using them, so that you don't expect it to do something that it's not capable of doing, but also it doesn't know to tell you it can't do that. It will just provide you solutions anyway, even though they're bad. We move on into prompt engineering in module 9. Super important intro into Flow GPT, which is I think lesson 10 and 11 are module 10 and 11 are my favorites, my absolute favorites. And then we get to module 12, where we do wrap up, and then the certification and exam there. Now, I did mention earlier, I wanted to show you the start. I pulled up the first lesson for module 13, which is not yet in the course, but it may end up there before we get started on the first day. So this is getting started with Einstein Copilot. Einstein Copilot is that chatbot feature within Salesforce that sits on the right-hand side, and you can enable different actions, some standard actions and custom actions on Einstein Copilot. So this module just gets you introduced to Copilot, how to get into it, how to turn it on. I've got the training material in here on how to get access to an early version of it, which is available through Salesforce. And we talk about initial configuration, and what this is going to be initially is an introduction, a higher level introduction to what are Einstein Copilot, the prompt builder, the prompt studio, and then how to create those actions within Salesforce. Now I'm going to take a moment there to just say that Salesforce is doing a really great job on the Einstein Copilot side, and there's a lot of work to be done there. They've got a lot of really nice features that are there that we can use. And so that's why I have this training material coming to the program. But I also want to, just to spark some excitement, share something that's coming from our side of the street. And I think this is going to be really interesting to you as we're talking about Copilot and Copilot being able to do some things that are really cool in the org. This is something new called Mango, which hasn't yet made a debut. It's in beta right now. But if you imagine a Siri-like functionality for the Salesforce platform, that's what Mango is. So it's a user showing up and going into this chatbot, this Mango chatbot, and then asking it to do things as if it can just magically do it. and then it just magically does. So in this case, this is an example of it creating a task for a record, for a contact record, and it just created the task. And you can imagine your sales reps and other users who are on their mobile and on the go, and all they would have to do is say, "Hey, can you create a task? Like, remind me to call Mark Good tomorrow about the quote that I'm supposed to send him," and then it just does it. And that's the kind of magic that AI can bring to the org. So Salesforce is walking this way with Copilot and different things. We have Mango that we'll be launching at some point later this year. So I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek. Again, just that's the kind of stuff you get as you join the AI Force program. You get a peek into the future. And this isn't really just a training course. This is really a community, a program, an all-encompassing Salesforce plus AI platform. And it's my passion to bring it to you and every other Salesforce professional out there. So yeah, I just hope you you find a lot of intrigue in it, and I look forward to you joining.
Amazing. Magic Mango. Love it. Okay, right. I'm going to share. I'm going to continue sharing then. Thank you for that, Mark. That was brilliant. As always. I wouldn't expect any different. Right. Okay. In terms of our next course, so we kick off on the 7th of October. So you will need to get signed up very, very soon to be able to get on this course. The cost is $697, that's US dollars, or rough conversion that I've done for this slide is 543 GBP. So it just gives you an idea, obviously inclusive of that. Or when you go in to sign up to enroll, you can pay on installments. So that's worth looking at as well, if that's something you need to do. Anything you wanted to add to that, Liam? I didn't know whether there was anything. I mean, it's self-explanatory, I think, but I didn't know if you wanted to add anything in.
Nothing really to add. I just hope to see as many people there as possible. The bigger the group we get, the more insight we get from everybody else, and it just improves the collaboration, the learning. So if anyone's interested, book a tea or a coffee with Lynn. We can certainly get you interested signed up.
Yeah,
and if you've heard someone talk about AI recently, someone within your network, and you think that they'd be interested in this, feel free to share it with them. A lot of times people will join and they'll say that they joined because they heard someone else talking about it. And yeah, we look forward to you joining. And we do start on the 7th. So it is right around the corner. So, don't delay too much in making decisions. I don't want it to pass you by. I don't know. We spaced these. These are probably, I forget how far apart these are, 3 or 4 months apart. So if you miss this one, it's quite a while before the next one comes out. So I definitely recommend that you join if you're, thinking about it now.
And it's the day after my birthday, so I can look forward to it. So absolutely, you've got this. Any questions, please? If we don't
I can ask a question for Mark. I always have questions for Mark because I just love hearing his stories more than anything else. Mark, you've already answered quite a few that I had around that AI specialist certification that came out. One question is comparing that from your content to AI associate to the AI specialist certification, is there any particular range of hot topics that you would cover in that new certification that someone might not have done perhaps in the associate that you focus on more than others?
Oh, comparing the AI associate to AI specialist?
Yes.
Yes, of course. So one of my primary objectives as the AI sort of guy, guru, specialist, whatever in the Salesforce space is to drill everything down to actionable for Salesforce professionals. There's so much material from Salesforce around marketing and demos and just noise. It's a lot of noise, and it's there for a reason. It's there for the customers and the public to buy into the AI platform that Salesforce has for sale. But our responsibility is to actually take the knowledge, the tools, the things, and then apply them and figure out how to apply them the smartest way, the simplest way, and just to drill down to the actual business cases for those things. So that's what we do. I mean, that's what I do. As I go through and I'm generating the training material, I'm thinking to myself, as the Salesforce professional, as the admin behind the scenes, how in the world, what do I need to have in my brain in order to have the best, thorough, fundamental understanding of this thing in order to apply it for my organization and my use cases? for two reasons. One is to make the business look good because automations are running, they're not breaking, they're applied in the right ways. The prompt that I structured is always going to work. I'm not worried about it falling off and changing over time or breaking. And then two is it makes me look good. So the better professional I am, the more likely I am to be set up for raises and increased compensation. And, if I'm moving companies, like I've got better stories to tell because I've done nicer things or cooler things within the org that others haven't. So it serves these two roles. But that's how I'm thinking of it as I go through and create training material is as a Salesforce professional, what's the ground truth here? Like how do I actually use this? Where's the baseline for doing it in the smartest, most memorable, repeatable, economical way? And I try to do it in a way that everybody can understand and follow along with and make complex things much more easy. That's my goal.
Yeah, I think that definitely shows in the course quite a lot. Complex things made easy, understandable, easy to digest, basically, which is, it does it perfectly. That's brilliant.
And easy for you to deliver, Liam, which is even better.
Well, that's a double whammy. Yeah, it's nice for you to deliver as well. Maybe got one more question, Mark. Now, of course, you always update the course content. We just seen there about the co-pilot stuff, which may not have been there at the start. How many times would you say you've tweaked, updated, or had a new version of this course? Must be quite a few times, I imagine.
Oh, all the time. Every month I'm in there making changes. And I'll tell you that, what's really interesting about having a living, breathing course, it's very different from all the other courses that have ever been made. At least from my perspective, you go to a course, it's the same as it's always been. It's static material. And oftentimes things just don't change. When Salesforce rolls out a feature, it's just there for a while and there's not much to it from a change perspective. And then AI, working in the AI space and AI courses, it's completely the opposite. You have to stay flexible. You have to be ready to add and change and tweak. And, this was true, maybe 6 months ago, but we've kind of deviated a little bit. Now we're going a different direction. So you have to be able to be flexible with that. I think a lot of other courses are not like that. So AI has a special, or sort of in a special situation right now with how AI develops over time. So, it's a full-time job just keeping track of all of the things that are changing within the AI space, not just within the Salesforce space. Because if you remember in my intro, I talked about how I learn and cover and am responsible for AI outside of the Salesforce space as well, which is a totally much larger, different beast. I'll just say that there's just a lot going on. So there's a lot going on out there, and then that funnels and trickles into the Salesforce space as well in different ways throughout different tools. And so keeping up with it all is just, it's more than a full-time job, to be honest. On top of that, developing incredible capability like Mango and bringing it to the Salesforce platform, I don't know how I've made it through the past year, to be honest. It's been wild, I'll tell you that.
You've definitely got several full-time jobs, haven't you, at the moment, I think, by the sound of it.
It feels that way.
Yeah. I don't have any other questions. Lynn, did you have any questions?
I don't think I have any questions at all, because once again, this has just been an awesome session, which is, as I expected. Don't forget, Mango, you heard here first.
That's true.
And, as I say, please drop in, have a coffee with me. I am more than happy to talk to you. If I need anything technical, I've got a great team that I can go to with Mark and Liam. So I can always get answers for you if you would like me to. But absolutely, this is a must. If you haven't signed up already, you must do it, because it's just awesome. So Mark, I don't know if you want to say good night to everyone, or obviously you're in the US, so not good night.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate everybody's time. And obviously, I think that AI is the most important thing within the Salesforce space. Sure, there's a lot going on, but I think, I used to say AI was the most important thing, but now Salesforce actually backs me up, because all they do is AI. That's all they focus on. So, the writing is on the wall. Professionals, the responsibilities that Salesforce professionals have are changing over time, and AI is being added in. And so we just have to respond and do that. And so that's all I have to say. You know, keep that in mind. And I hope to see you all in the course on October 7th.
Thank you, Mark. And Liam, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, sure. So, folks, thank you very much for joining. Those watching the recording, hope you enjoyed it. Something I'll just add as well. There's a lot of hot topics that go around in Salesforce, particularly over the years. I remember when flows was the hottest topic on the planet, and slowly but surely you see on recruitment sites, we love an admin that's got a bit of flow experience. We're now seeing AI is that new flow, and it's going to be there for a long time. So courses like this, certifications like the one we offer on the course, are going to be so valuable going forward to prove off that that experience you got. So, folks, really hope to see you on the course, and thank you much for your time.
Thank you. And I've just noticed I'm down as Heather Black, but I'm obviously not.
Should we start again? Should we do the whole session one more time?
Whole session again, yeah. But thank you so much, Mark. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Jen. Great team work as always. And as I say, I see Alex just coming live. Hi there, Alex. If you need me for anything, you know where I am. And thank you for joining.
Thanks everyone.
Take care.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.